Hey everyone, welcome back to Colleague Country. Today we're making compost. And now you can make this as simple or as difficult as you like. Oh, thanks Gracie. You can make this as simple or as difficult as you like. I like to keep it simple, throw stuff on, turn it maybe once or twice over 6 months and just let it do the work. But we're just starting from scratch today, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that, and also breaking some myths about citrus in the compost. All right, let's go. Okay, to start with, we've just made these bays, really simple, scrap we had lying around. We just put these gates on the front to keep the dogs out. They're not too sturdy, they'll come off really easy. But the idea is you pile up one bay, just pile it up with all your greens and your browns, and then after a few months we can then start shuffling it over to the next bay. All right, kitchen scraps, dump it in. Just got some cardboard down there, hopefully stop some of the grass. A green that I have in abundance right now is all the rubbish oranges, mandarins that are on these trees. So we're gonna pull off as much as we can today, so then later on this week I can give these trees a good feed and a trim, and hopefully they come back better next year. So all these mandarins taste like rubbish, so they're going in the compost. The reason why people say don't put citrus in the compost, people say it's too acidic for the worms, and if all you've got in there is citrus, yeah, it probably would be too acidic for the worms, but I don't even have any worms in here yet. And the other reason is they say the bacteria won't break it down. Now, not all bacteria will break down citrus. There's only certain types, so it does actually take a lot longer to break down citrus in your compost than most other green scraps. So to help it break down faster, you just break it up into smaller chunks. I'm not going to go too stupid. I'm probably just going to break them in half. It'll get there eventually. It'll be fine. Oh, juicy the eyeballs. Man, these are some juicy mandies. It's going to take a hot minute. Any of these ones that have just already started rotting, I'm just throwing them in whole. No point making more work for yourself than need be. I'm hoping maybe all this citrusy mandarin juice help get rid of these ants. Juice coming out of those. Gross. 1 bucket down, 100 more to go. But the key with things that are really high in acid, like mandarins and oranges and limes and lemons and things like onions, is you're probably going to have to put more brown into your compost. So brown are things like leaves, wood chips, things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go collect a heap of leaves out from the old chook pen where the chooks were before the snakes ate them all. So it's probably been about 6 months, maybe a little bit less, maybe 4 months since there's been any chickens in there. So any chicken poo that was in there is probably going to be pretty broken down already. But we're going to stick leaves and chook poo in with all these mandarins. First I need to find my rake. Come on, dogs. Hey, fools. Found it. Alright, so update on my herb garden that I started making. As you can see, it's full of rubbish, and this is why I don't plant anything in the new garden, because the dogs just feel the need to make it their own for a bit. Alright, the old chook pen. Oh, no one's been in here for a while. I hope there's no spider webs. Yuck. Alright, plenty of piles of leaves to gather up. Also, cleaned up the chook pen a bit for when we get new chookers and prevented a bit of a fire hazard. Bonus. Alright, heaps of sticks and stuff in here. I'm going to leave all the smaller ones in. They'll be fine. They'll break down eventually. Just going to pull out the big ones. Not the most efficient way to be carrying around leaves, but I don't have a wheelbarrow anymore. Alright. Some brown. Some more brown. Let's get some more green. A lot of our citrus has gone to waste. Just because it tastes like arse, and I have so much of it, I am not really bothered, to be honest. I've eaten my weight in mandarins, and there's many kilos frozen that I can do stuff with later on. So all these trees, I'm just going to pick them clean and then give them a trim when I've got time. I won't, this is just tedious work. I'm not going to film it all. So yeah, I'll see you when my compost is done. Craziest thing, this tree that put off the most rubbish mandarins is already putting off blossoms. It's too early, tree. You need a trim. Alright, made a good start. I've picked all the oranges that I can reach, and I don't do heights, so Dan will have to get the top ones. But this is what we got so far. It's it's a good start. We'll keep adding to it. There'll be kitchen scraps, and when I trim these trees, I'll chuck the leaves and small branches in here, and yeah, so it'll build up. It'll break down a lot, but it'll build up. So if you do have a lot of citrus in your compost, like I do, use what you've got. What you can do is put some hydrated lime into your compost, and that will help break down the acidity and make it less acidic, neutralise it a little bit. So I'm going to get some of that next time I go to town and chuck a bit of hydrated lime in this compost. As you can see, I also gave up on breaking them up because I was getting covered in juice and yuck. So yeah, with the citrus, chuck it in your compost. Don't believe all those things that are out there that say you can't put it in. You can put anything in your compost. Any sort of living matter will break down eventually. Last thing I need to do is give this a bit of a watering because those leaves are really dry and we want that wetness to help with the decomposition of all this stuff. All right, water. Thankfully, this tank got filled up with the last rain. That's my watering tree tank. Hey. All right, enough playing with dogs. Really? Stop it. Doesn't need too much water. It's certainly not going to rain anytime soon, so get some water in it. Try and get this heat going to help it break down. Another good thing about the citrus, it actually helps raise the temperature of your compost heap a little. I might have to water it again in a week or two, just until the breakdown starts to happen, and it should stay pretty moist on its own. But you know, chucking a bit of water in there never hurts. So yeah, composting can be that easy. Don't let anything go to waste. It's not waste if it goes in the compost. So that's it from me today. We'll see you all next time. Bye.